Well, I don't know whether I'm going to be here on my own, but the internet cut out. And when I got it back up again, everybody had gone. So I don't know whether you'll all be able to find me or not. So we'll have to wait and see. Oh, one person's found me. Oh, what a kerfuffle. What a kerfuffle. Oh, two people have found me now. So I'll have to wait and see if anybody else finds me. I've got 4 people found me now. Nobody spoke to me yet, but I've got 4 people. Ah, you're back, Miguel. Yeah, the internet cut out, went dead. And I waited for it to connect again, but it still wouldn't connect me to my other live. Excuse me. Oh, you're back here, Ella. I've got 9 people here now anyway, so I can see all the people disappearing. Oh, I've got hiccups. It's going down. Oh, I've got hiccups. I could see everybody going down in the other channel. It was like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And I'm like, oh, where's everybody gone? So I was like talking to myself. Yeah, I'm here. It wasn't my fault. The internet cut out. It was very windy outside, so I think it just broke the internet connection. Hey, it's getting late as well, but I just thought I'd just come back. I better not just disappear. Oh, hi, Elaine. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm fine. Yeah, fine, fine, fine. Yeah. Yeah. What they say is it fine and twice as ugly or something. Whatever. Anyway, I'm okay. Oh, there's 11 people joined us now. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people talking to me. But there's 12 people there now. So the other 6 people must be learning. What am I making tonight? Well, I bottom it. And there isn't a pattern for that to paint and knit. It's in the head. Yeah, it's one I made up myself. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm back. Are you going now, Shad? Okay. Bye now. See you next week. I'm back, Chris. It was not my fault. It was the internet that cut out on me. And now I'm buffering. Not my night, I guess. Not my night. Thanks, Cherie. No, it was just I started off with some squares around the middle of the waist. Then I've crocheted upwards and now I'm crocheting downwards. And then I've got to make some sleeves up for it, yeah. Oh, bad internet. It's windy outside, so that's what it is. That's what it is, yeah. No, that pattern behind me is one of Janet's out of her head. So I like doing things like that out of my head rather than doing a pattern. Then I annoy everybody because people say, have you got the pattern for that? No. And I'm rubbish. I cannot, write a pattern out to save my life. And I don't do tutorials, so so sorry. It's a one-off. It's a designer original. Except I'm not a designer. But yes. You're at the top. Yeah, I can just. It just depends if I've got an idea in my head. I mean, I actually bought a sketchbook to, put things down that I have in my head and design them like, yeah. All right, you got to take out Christine, okay. But then since I've bought the sketchbook, I've not had any ideas. So far, there's actually nothing in the sketchbook. I must have been very lacking in ideas lately. Sometimes I'm just sitting there or I'm looking at something and I'm a great one for watching these fashion shows, the really outlandish ones like in Paris and, Fashion Week and stuff like that. But sometimes I get ideas from them. I know they're a bit OTT, most of them, but sometimes I do get ideas. Then I watch, I read, things in magazines, crochet magazines, and I see things there that are not a pattern, but they're just a picture of something. And yeah, it might be nice as a sleeveless, but I'm actually going to put sleeves in that one soon. It was just I had 8 squares left over from making a sweater for myself, because I've actually got very short arms. So I made the number of squares it told me to on the pattern. And when I linked up the sleeves was way too long, so I had 8 squares left over. So it just came to me that I was going to put them around the waist and do it that way. Yeah, I should do more designing, but I don't, because I just can't write patterns up, and people are always saying to me, oh, how did you make it? Can you tell me how you did it? And I can't, because I don't know what I'm going to do when I set off myself. Sometimes I start off doing something and it morphs into something else as I'm going along. That happens a lot when I start off with a pattern. I'll start off doing a pattern and then I'm like, no, this isn't right, and it's just not looking right to me. And so I'll just do this, I'll just do that, and I'll see what happens, and then finish up with something that looks absolutely nothing like the pattern. And people say, have you got a pattern for it? I'm like, well, I kind of started off doing this pattern and then it's changed into something else. This one so far, I'm actually doing it to the pattern, but it's a little miracle. I'll probably have changed it before long, yeah. But I want to finish that off because it's been on the hook for about 2.5 years, that one. So, yeah, I prefer to, I don't know why, I have more success with sizing and things for myself when I just set off and do something. It doesn't have a scallop, no, I think it's just something showing from underneath that. It will have a scalloped edge around the edge of it when it's done. Bear with me today. Yeah, you're working on a pair of socks and you got a shawl. I've actually got 3 things on the go at the moment, which is annoying me because I don't like having 3 things. I've got that, which has been on the needles, the hook, for about 2.5 years. I've got a knitted cardigan that's got the back of the front done. Back of the front's done, no sleeves. And that's been about 4 years. Oh, you're looking up your hens, right, Miguel? Okay, dokie. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Yeah, I'm hoping to get it finished. It's very fine thready stuff and very fine hook. So it'll be a one-off. There won't be any more of it because I'm fed up with it, because it's black and it's splitting. The yarn is splitting. I have to keep going back because I've left a thread behind and it. So it's annoying me somewhat. But I need to finish it. I just need to finish it. Oh, you're back, Jane. Okay. That was a quick one. She didn't linger this time then. She just went straight out and straight in again. Yeah, I've done a bit more on my front. Oh, now I've got an itchy forehead. I didn't get my hair done today. I still got the roots. My niece bought the dye when she was out shopping because I didn't know what colour she'd bought me. And but she still got a bad cough. We don't think she's got the virus, but she's just got a bad cough. So she said if she's feeling well enough next week, she'll do it next week. But next week I have a hospital appointment, would you believe, on a Saturday. So I don't know whether I'll be able to have my hair done on the Saturday anyway. Unless we do it, as soon as we come back from shopping. I've got to be down into the hospital for 2. The appointment is still going ahead so far. I had a text message. Oh, my roots are so dark. Honestly, look at the state of them roots. Just look at the state of them roots. Terrible. Can't get rid of my dark hair. All the people will be saying, oh, we should have them. I mean, there's no roots at the side, if you notice, because it's white there. Well, it isn't there so much. You can see a bit of grey, but it's white. Yeah, I hate roots, though, especially when your hair's dark. Looks really common. Yeah, well, teenagers running around with dark roots, but they look okay with it, but I just look like I've not taken care of myself. What did they say? By the time this virus thing's finished, everybody will know what colour people are really underneath, because they won't be able to go to the hairdressers. We'll all have really long, shaggy hairstyles. Not that I ever go to the hairdressers, I don't, because I can't afford it. Yeah, well, the skin on my feet is so tight. Oh, you're going now, painting it. I'll see you later. I did buy some of that. It's like a weird stuff that you're supposed to put in your hair. And it was like a grey colour, and I've got a purple colour, but it just went all greasy and funny. You're supposed to put it in, it was supposed to wash out and that, but it just made my hair look as though it had never been washed. It was horrible. Yeah, mine's so dark. It is actually dark grey when you look at it in daylight. But it is a nice colour. If it was a nice colour of grey, I would leave it. If it was pale grey, I would leave it. Because I'd do anything to have nice grey hair. But no, it refuses to go. It stays resiliently dark. My brother didn't go grey until he was well in his 70s. In fact, when he passed away, he'd be... was he 80? No, he wasn't 80. He was going up for 80 when he passed away. And he still had lots and lots of brown hair. He had grey in it, but he hadn't gone grey. But yet my ex-husband has been silver grey for a long, long time. He's got a lovely colour of hair that I love. He's white at the front and it's silver grey. Oh no, I don't like this dark grey salt and pepper look. I think it's very aging. I'd like it to be light grey. This grey I've got is not nice at all. Well, I don't know. I mean, my niece keeps telling me it's still brown. But when I look at it, I can see dark grey. Perhaps she's being kind to me. Oh, can you see me with dreadlocks? No. I only like dreadlocks if they're nice dreadlocks on somebody who's with black skin, proper West Indian, African, whatever. But I don't like those big, thick, matty looking dreadlocks that some people do. And I really don't like it when a white person has horrible, matty looking dreadlocks. I don't know. It's just wrong. It looks like they just don't bother to wash the hair or something. It just reminds me of hippies that live in caravans or something. No, the matted ones are horrible, aren't they? When you see them with one big, thick, matted lump, you just want to get the scissors and cut it off, don't you? I always think, what's living in them? Ugh. Yeah, I don't mind dreadlocks if they're nice dreadlocks, you know. You get some people who have the dreadlocks and they wash them all the time, so they look nice and they're just like wrinkly things. And they're really nice. But I just don't like the matty looking things, especially if they're grey. No. I had a friend who had loads of dreadlocks, and they were lovely dreadlocks, but he started going bald at the front because the weight of the hair was pulling them back. So one day he turned up and he'd cut them all off, and his hair was straight all over him. Like, ah! Didn't even recognise him. He cut it all off. He said, no, I was going bald at the front. He said I had to rescue what bit of hair I had. It was the weight that was dragging it backwards. But it just wasn't him. I'd only ever known him with these dreadlocks. Apparently his grandson didn't like it when he had it cut. He's like, no, no. Oh, I know, they look horrible, don't they, Lynn? You see them, don't you, walking past, and I just want to get the scissors and cut them off. But to be quite honest, the people wearing them look hippie type and they don't look clean. You can be hippie-ish and still be nice and clean and wear clean clothes. But some of these hippie ones with the dreadlocks look like they live in a tent and they've never washed in a long time. Yeah. That is matty and horrible. I wouldn't like to see what's in them. They must be full of dandruff and all sorts of muck. No. No, there is something about matted hair. I just don't like it. I once had a blind date with somebody. When he turned up, he had that matted hair. Oh, I thought, no, this is not a date I'm going to go on. I'm not going to do that. He is not the man for me. I mean, he might have been a nice guy, but I just didn't stick around long enough to find out. Oh, Mum, do they or anything? So, and there's just something I don't like when I see, you know, like a white girl with these dreadlocks and she's got all wool in them and stuff, and I'm like, nah, it's just not for me. Not for me. You won't ever see me with matty dreadlocks. I'd have to keep washing them. I just couldn't stand it. Because your scalp always itches if you don't wash your hair regularly. I know if I leave my hair 2 or 3 days, I'm like, Anybody think I had nits or something? I know some people can go about a week and not wash their hair. My mum had beautiful hair, and she only used to go to the hairdressers once a week. But she never had, you know, her hair always looked really nice. She was just lucky that she didn't have greasy hair. She didn't have dandruff hair or anything. She just had lovely hair. Hers was a really beautiful silver grey. When she was dying, she kept saying she wanted me to have this jewellery and that jewellery and the other. And I kept saying to her, there's only one thing I want you to leave me, Mum. She used to say, what? I said, your hair. I've never had thick hair. And my mother's had a really, really good head of hair she had. And yet neither me nor my brother. And my son, he got My dad's hair, his granddad's hair. He went bald very early, my son. Just, male pattern baldness, yeah. My brother didn't go bald, although he had what you call like the widow's peaks at the sides. But my son, he was bald going bald from being about 24. I mean, now he shaves most of it off because if it grows, he's just got like the monk's ring going around the back. Yeah. It used to make him look a lot older than he was when he was younger, but he's sort of like, he's 51 now, so he's kind of like grown into it now. Yeah. But the one thing I do not like is people who wear hair pieces. Now, I know they've got to wear them in films and that when they've got to look the part, like, like when Sean Connery was James Bond and that, he had a hairpiece. And when you get people like John Travolta, I wish he'd just leave himself alone and stop wearing that rug thing on his head. Some of these film stars, they're just really obvious that they're wearing a wig. Wear it by all means in the film, but don't try and kid everybody when you're in real life that it's your hair. Oh, Como was not. They look stupid. When you get people like, oh God, who is he called? Hi, Laurel. Oh, what's he called? He used to be in like the police force part-time. Just trying to think what he's called. Steven Seagal, yeah. He looks ridiculous. That black hair that comes to a point at the front. Who is he trying to fool? The poor old, what's he called? Not Brett. Oh, who am I thinking of? Oh. He was in all those films, like where he had that ape with him and stuff like that. Who am I thinking of? He looks silly with his wig on. Well, Harry's going bald now, isn't he? They're taking after their dad, aren't they? Do the Bandit films. He wore a wig, he used to look daft in it. Right, John Wayne's wig. Oh dear. He was another one that could have done with a better wig. What's he called? Smokey and the Bandit. What was he called? Oh, that's good, Miguel. Kenny Rogers, I used to think he was so good looking. He was a real silver fox, wasn't he? Until he had his face lifted, then he... Burt Reynolds, that's the one. Burt Reynolds. He never looked right with his wig on, did he? I can understand why they wear them for the films, yeah. But not to... Frank Sinatra was the same with another weirdy wig. Who are they fooling? They're not fooling anybody. We all know it's a wig. I mean, John Travolta's wig, it sort of has a life of its own, doesn't it? Yeah, Burt Reynolds. His wig was... Oh. Right, no, I'm not up to the neck yet. I've got a bit more to do. I've got about another 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 5 rows to do. 5 rows to do, yeah. I've got to do before I divide for the Nico. I'll write 1 to 5 down on my bit of paper because I'll forget by then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does anybody else do better with a bit of paper and a pencil? I have all these fancy things that you click and everything like that. And I still do better with a bit of paper and a pencil. Ooh. Yeah, Steven Seagal's wig looks stupid, doesn't he? It goes to a point in front of his head. How mad is that? Travolta, yeah, he wears a wig. He's worn a wig for years. This is bald as a coot. Oh, you're going, McGrath. Bye for now. See you next week. Yeah, you're a paper person as well, yeah. I am a paper person. My brain does not think. Even if it's a 2-row pattern, I have to write 1, 2, 1, 2. Because I never remember if I'm on a 1-row or a 2-row, yeah. Yeah, he's bald as a whatever underneath. John Travolta. I don't think he wore a wig when he was in Saturday Night Fever and things like that. I think it was only as he got older. I wouldn't mind them wearing a wig so much if they didn't have black wigs. You know, I'm going to make, wear something with a bit of grey in it, grow old gracefully. Nobody believes that when you're like 60, that you've got jet black hair like that. I always laugh when I watch things like Murder, She Wrote, because she used to have a load of these old actors in these programs, and they always wear these horrible thick bloody wigs. They look fake because they're too thick, aren't they? If they had more wispy wigs, like as if they were going a bit bald, then they'd be more believable, wouldn't they? I mean, it's like Dolly Parton, isn't it? With them, ooh. Obviously, it's not her own hair. But I mean, she doesn't care. She knows, everybody knows it's a wig, so, she doesn't care. Yeah, they have jet black hair, don't they? And thick, thick hair. Like they did when they were 20. And you're like, hang on a minute. No, you're getting up for 60 now. You'd be thin in hair. It wouldn't be that dark. It would have streaks of grey in it. Get yourself a real wig. YouTube crafter art vlog a day. Oh, I couldn't vlog a day. I've never had anything to say. Every day for weeks and weeks, Miguel. I admire anybody who's doing these vlog days. I really do. And I do watch a few of them. I don't think I'd have the stamina to do a vlog every day. I don't craft fast enough to have something to show people every day. Have I heard from Ruthie? She was on the other week, wasn't she? She's on Facebook or Instagram. Can't remember which one. Yeah. She put a nice picture of her and Kurt on the other day. I'm sure it was on Facebook. Yeah, she looked really pretty. Her hair was quite dark, actually. Yeah, because she put on that one of the dogs had had an operation. It was wearing its cone of shame. I can't remember if it was Instagram. I'm not sure. I don't think she's Pink Pumpkin. I think she's Ruthie Hines. Keep getting lipstick at the side of your mouth. Yeah, I think it's Ruth Hines, isn't it? And she's on Instagram or Facebook. April 29th, an asteroid is to hit Earth. Well, there's a lot of earth, so I hope it don't come anywhere near me, John. I don't want it making a hole in my back garden. You remind me of that advert for selling houses that comes on the television. And it goes, "Oh, bad luck, Katowski. There's an asteroid coming to hit the Earth. It's coming to hit," and it says there's something terrace in Birmingham. And this guy goes, "Hang on a minute, I live in such a thing, terrace in Birmingham." And this bloke says, "Oh, well, sell your house in this one of these, we sell any house in 7 days." It's a stupid advert. I know she put a thing on about the little dog. I mean, it's hot. And 3 kilometres wide. Well, it won't hit my back garden's not that big, so it would make a rather big dent if it landed near me. Let's just hope it lands somewhere where there's nobody, or it lands in the sea, John. We have to think positive. Yeah, she's not done a YouTube for quite some time, has she? She's kind of not been the same since she got made redundant, has she? I don't know if she's found herself another job or not. She worked in one of the supermarkets and she got made redundant. Happening to a lot of people. There'll be a lot more people. But when all this is over, they won't want them back. You know, we'll find some way to tell them that they don't need them back in the job again. Be a good way of getting rid of some people. Yeah, she used to work in one of the big supermarkets. I can't remember which one. But they made her redundant. I think it was sometime the end of last year. It upset her a bit because she'd worked there from being well, not quite a teenager, but you know what I mean. She'd worked there for many, many years. Happening to a lot of people, though, the way the world's going. More automation, less jobs, and, you know. Yeah, I know she'd worked for that supermarket from being, well, not a teenager, but you know what I mean, early 20s. So it shocked her. I think that's probably the only job she's ever really done, you know. Anything else going to hit us? We've had the floods, we've had the fires, we've had the whatever. What's this, the disease, the pestilence? I think somebody up there is trying to tell us something. You're all going to hell in a handcart. I know she's on something, Ellen. She's either on Instagram or Facebook, because I've seen her quite recently. I said this week I've seen her. I know she doesn't post very often, but she does post every now and again. But it could be Ruthie Hines. She's her name on one of them. That's just typical Melly. That reminds me so much of my ex-husband. I'd be glued to something and he'd come in from being playing squash or whatever. And I'd be like this watching something, a mystery or something. And he'd come in and go, turn it over to football. And I'd go, What are you doing that for? I'm watching that. And he goes, yeah, well, you know, I always watch football. So I used to get up and go in the other room. It was before we had Sky, and we only had like the 4 channels or whatever. So I used to go up and go in the other room and turn the television off. And then he'd say, oh, I'm not good enough for you. You have to go and sit in there, do you? I said, I was watching the end of something. I said, let's get into the whodunit bit. You came in and turned it over. Then. Yeah. Sometimes he'd say, oh, sorry, were you watching that? No, I was just like idling, put the television on. That's why I was going like that when he came in. I do that all the time when I'm not watching things. Yeah. Then. A species we could do without. As soon as we can self-procreate, what will we need them for? When we all turn into amoebas, single-celled organisms, and we can reproduce by ourselves. That'd be great. No, he wouldn't turn it back. He'd carry on watching the football. I'd have to get up, get me knitting or whatever it was, go in the other room, turn the telly off on, and hope that the programme hadn't finished. And then I would never find out who did it, who done it. Yeah, we changed the clocks. But it's not until like 2 in the morning, Miguel, so I'll still be on at the same time to start off with. The clocks don't really alter until about 2 in the morning. Oh, I felt like doing that. I felt like doing that, Teresa, but you didn't poke the bear, if you know what I mean. No, you didn't rattle his cage. Otherwise you knew about it. Wasn't violent, don't get me wrong, you never touched me. But you learned to keep your mouth shut and just wander off. No, it wasn't, honestly. It wasn't worth it. He made my life a misery for about a week after if I answered him back. Yeah. California. I still got my map here. I still haven't found any pins. Do you know there was no drawing pins at all in the supermarket? I'm going to have to look on eBay or something to get some. What's a drawing pin in sight? Do people not use drawing pins anymore? Or push pins or whatever you want to call them? I bought some of these strip things to put on the wall and fix it on, but when I brought it home, it was like there were little hooks, so that won't do because it's a paper. So, so I'll have to look on eBay or something to see if I can find any drawing pins. Yeah, I got back on again, Jean. It was the no, I never found the push pins. Now I can't find any in the supermarket. It doesn't have any. So this is what I'm just going to say. I'll have to look on eBay to see if I can find some. I bought some of those, like you say, those hook things that's supposed to, you're supposed to put on and you can pull them off again. But they're hooks. Your girlfriend has all the energy drawn out of you. Well, maybe it's time to change your girlfriend then, John. She's doing your head in. Yeah, command strips, that's the ones. But when I got them home, they were hooks, not proper command strips, they were hooks. Although they're such teeny weeny little hooks, they wouldn't hold much. They wouldn't hold any weight. So now I've got command strips. I've paid £3 for that. I don't want. I still want drawing pins. Ooh, it's 5-1. I need to be going soon, otherwise I won't get up in the morning. Yeah. I've never tried them, Chris, honestly. I just bought these thinking they were strips, but they're hooks. So I don't want a hook. Wouldn't be hard with my walls, they're not that great. Where I'm going to put the map, though, is on this wooden wall, so that's why I wanted drawing pins or push pins. When I go off here, I'll look on eBay, because I've got to make myself a drink before I have all these millions of tablets. Oh, did I tell you I've got me pain things? They've put them up. Put them up to 10 instead of 5 now. Yeah, so I don't know whether they'll work any better, because the 5 ones didn't do a thing. Sounds like your apartment's a bit like Kelly's house. Oh, if he'd have hit me, my dad would have killed him. I wouldn't have had to. My dad would have gone for him. No, it was mental torture, Miguel, not physical. Oh, if he'd have hit me, I'd have gone long before then. Well, I've had them on this arm, and I've had them on that arm, so I don't know where else I can put them. Unless I put them on the top of my leg, or I don't know where else to put them. It just tells you not to put them on the same place twice. You've got to pick a different place. It doesn't really give you any clues where to put them. It just tells you to put them on. Ah, you're knitting. Woo! Yeah, it does itch a bit. I'm always a bit frightened of putting it on my actual body in case my clothes, like roughly up, or, when I'm taking clothes off, like, I might knock it off or something. I mean, they're fairly well stuck on. Patch has been. When I first put it on, the first one I put on like 4 weeks ago, that drove me potty itching. But I think I've got used to it, acclimatized to it. Don't tell me off for drinking Lucozade because it's water. I'm just using the Lucozade bottle. I always get told off when I'm drinking Lucozade. People go, you can't. Just eating one of these little licorice things, nippets. I don't really have them over there. Teeny little things. Can shake one out. They're very, very strong, but they're so tiny. Whoop, you see it? So tiny. I've just got some more from Lolly's, Jean. It clarifies the voice and clears the throat, it says. Little box like that. Nippets. They're really, really strong. Yeah, I was just showing it before, Jean. I bought that colour and that colour in the Signet Boho. Where's it gone? Signet Boho. Where's it gone? Where am I showing you? There. Signet Boho. That's like greens and greys. Then I bought this one, which is called Dream. And that's in like pinks and greens. Yeah. I've ordered another colour. I've ordered that bright colour that I used on there. I'd love to go out to the shop. Gee, that was really good. We were going to go, you know, and no, the one that's I got for Z was Starcraft Batik Swirl. Yeah, much more expensive than that one was. No, Z sent me lots and lots of parcels in the past. And then when she mentioned that to get a ball of this wool that she wanted, it would cost her £30 for one ball with the postage and that. So, I mean, I couldn't really afford it, but I thought she's been good with me over the years. So I bought her 3 different colours, one ball of each for 3 different colours. And then I saved up another week or two before I posted it off, because it cost me like I think it was about £12 or £14 to send it off in the post. Well, that is lovely yarn, that Starcraft Boost Batik. It's got lots and lots of yards on it. 200 and odd yard on it, I think. But it's about £9 a ball. So it's a bit expensive, really. Well, for me to use to sell it in the shop, it is, yeah. So that one was £3.50, that boho. Big difference. Yeah, she's been a good friend to me over the years, Lorelle. So when she said she wanted it, I just wanted to surprise her by sending it. Yeah. Oh, in the past, when she had lots of money in that, Jean, she sent me beautiful parcels. You know, full of all sorts of stuff. Been really, really kind to me over the years. So even though like I say, I can't afford to do these things really, when she said she wanted it, I thought, oh, now's my chance to pay it back. Yeah. Not pay it forward, pay it back. I mean, I would love to send people things and that, but when you just don't have the money, you just can't do it, can you? You know. I get as much pleasure out of giving people things than I do out of, you know, buying them for myself. But as you say, if I was rich, I would do all these giveaways and things like that, but I'm just not. Yeah. I know somebody sent me, I think it was Jill, sent me a box not long ago. And she's $71 or something. Send it to me. I mean, it's not that I don't like having gifts, because I love having gifts. Who doesn't? But I do feel faintly embarrassed, you know, when I look how much the postage has been for people to send them to me. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you've had to pay all that postage to send this to me. It does make you feel a bit embarrassed, yeah. Well, I had a lady who'd seen Z's blog, and I don't know if I'm at them, she's not a friend or anything. She asked me would I send her 2 balls because she loved it and all this blah. Then she's given, and I said, yeah, I'll send it to you. I said, but you do realise I'm on a benefit. I said, so I'd have to charge you. So I told her how much it would be, and I told her how much the shipping was and everything like that. And she goes, oh, I can't afford that. I'm on a benefit and that. I said, well, so am I. You know. Yeah. Oh, I've got cheeky, by the way. I've added on my other videos that buy me a coffee. Don't know whether anybody buy me a coffee, but it's cheap. That coffee or something. It's all right. Not got the corona. Just swallowed something down the wrong hole. So I thought, well, people might want to buy me a coffee. You never know your luck. Oh, you going, oh. Or were you going, oh, that lady who wanted me to send her the wool? What were you doing? Oh. Both. Well, you don't think I should do that? Put on the buy me a coffee. I just thought that people might like to do that. If they met me in real life, they might say, oh, I'll buy you a cup of coffee. So I thought maybe they would. Yeah, that lady. I mean, obviously she wanted me to send it to her for nothing. But I mean, she wasn't even a friend. Even if I'd had the money, it's the question that she just asked me, and she wasn't even subscribed to my channel. Yeah, I just put it on because I just thought, I've never put on, oh, this is my PayPal address or anything like that. Some people do, because I just really think that's cheeky. But when I saw this thing, and I saw it on Z's channel, saying, do you want to buy me a Starbucks or something? And I thought, ooh. It's not on this video, obviously, because I haven't put it on. But I'll be putting it on my other videos, just in case anybody wants to buy me a coffee. So I know it's a bit cheeky, but still. Yeah. Exactly. Most people are bailing to the fish shop. Yeah, that'd be great, that, Chris. Buy me a fish. Yeah. With Kelly, we can buy her a litre of paint. Well, she actually said she was going to buy a load of paint so that, if she gets stuck in, like, she has to, she has to self-isolate. But she was going to get some paint so she would paint the house while she was under. No, she didn't get a new TV. She's had nothing else but bad luck, Chris. So no, she hasn't got the new TV. She got a microwave because she needed that desperately for cooking and that. So the TV went to the bottom of the list, Chris. If I was rich, I would buy her all sorts of things. But I'm not, so. Oh, excuse me. I keep getting hiccups. I wouldn't want to be rich. I would like just a little bit more money so that I could afford to do things for my friends, If I knew like somebody was desperate for something and they just didn't have the funds for it, I would just like to have enough money so I could say, oh, I'll go and get you one. I get as much pleasure out of giving things to people that I do, for actually. Well, I wouldn't. It depends how much I won, Chris. If I won a load of, a little bit of money. So as I come back, Kelly, and tell her, something like that, something just that, she really wants you. Yeah, it'd be nice to be comfortable and not have to think about every penny that you spend and whether you can afford it. And if I do this, will I go? Like people said to me, why don't you go on holiday? And I'm like, I have to start thinking about that, putting something away for, this rainy day type of thing. But then in other respects, I think I'm better off than a lot of people, old people in this country who don't have the little bit of money that I have, and they really do have to choose whether they eat or whether they heat the house. And you know, I do feel so sorry for people like that are really hand to mouth. You know, I mean, I don't have money, but I'm not on the poverty line, if you know what I mean. It's just that you'd like a little bit extra, yeah. Oh, that'd be nice, that, yeah. She'd be really shocked if we did that. So she could go and get the telly, yeah. She needs a tumble dryer and she needs a telly, so I know which one she'd pick. She'd pick the tumble dryer. Yeah, we're fortunate in this country. I mean, I know we call it national health, but once we get to a certain age, we do get free medicine. I mean, like I've just put an order in today for about 7 items, you know, to be for my medications that I'm running out of, and I will get them all for free. So that is one good thing about the UK, that we don't have to pay for our medicines. Yeah, well, you do if you're younger, obviously, but you know, if you're like when you get to, I think it was 60 in my case. It may have changed now because they've altered everything. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just the thought, isn't it, Nelly, that counts, really. She just had such a run of bad luck lately. You know, with the house and the flood and, oh, God, and knocking the telly off. Then her microwave broke and then I mean, she's managed so far without her tumble dryer, you know, through drying things outdoors and stuff. But come the winter, she's going to want one for the kids' uniforms and everything. You know, I just feel she's just had nothing but bad luck, really, since the beginning of the year. If she starts listening to this now, she'll start telling me off. Yeah. But I just wish I had money to help her out, but I don't. I mean, that's why I gave her all the wool. I couldn't give her money, I don't have it, but I did have stash yarn. And I thought, well, that's one thing I can do is I can give her that. Yeah. I mean, I really shocked her. But I just want her to be able to earn some money so that she'll have some money, if you know what I'm saying. I paid for that yarn a long time ago, so it was something I maybe would never have used. And I knew that she was going to order yarn and I didn't want her to. I wanted her to save her money to do other things with it, yeah. And so that was my way of helping her. I just gave her the yarn. So, yeah, yeah. So, if you know anybody who wants to buy any crocheting, just go and look on the Thanks You Crafty Lasses, because a lot of that is Kelly's stuff that's on there. Some is mine, but a lot of it's Kelly's. Because I've been a bit lazy, really. I haven't done as much as she has. So, I mean, even if you don't want to buy anything because you're, you can do it yourself, you know what I'm saying? But you might have a friend who says, oh, I wish I could crochet, or I wish I could do that, you know. It would help an awful lot if you could just say, oh, well, I've got a friend who crochets, and this is their webpage, yeah. So, chatting is the main thing. I mean, I do it with a load of other people. So, you know, if she's a pattern, I'll show her a picture and I'll, you know, show her a link to a pattern. Yeah. We all have to help each other, don't we? I mean, I realise that, like, a lot of people who see me on here don't want to buy things because they can make them themselves. But it still helps if we all help each other, you know, by just telling people about the channels and, you know, getting people known and stuff. I do it all the time. You know, trying to put it on A lot of people follow me on Urban Gypsy Crochet, so if I like somebody's video, I'll put the link to it on my page, you know, so I think I'll give somebody a helping hand. You know, see if they can get up to 1,000 subscribers or whatever it is they need, yeah. Yeah. The only thing I don't like is when people say, I've subbed to you, so you should sub to me. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's not something I would ever say to anybody else. I would never go to somebody else's channel and say, I subbed to you, right? You know, like sub back to me. Yeah. If people want to sub to me, that's fine, but I want them to do it of their own free will and because they like my channel. Yeah. You know, just subbing to me is like what I call empty, because it doesn't mean they don't like my channel. They may not even be crocheters. I'd far rather have fewer people, but people who really, really want to watch me, you know. It's the same, isn't it, really? Yeah. Well, I'm going to be going to bed in a minute because it's 20 past 1. This little girlie should be going to bed. Getting a beauty sleep. A bit late for that. Bit late for beauty sleep. Yeah. Right, I'm dividing for the neck now. You didn't realise the time. Yeah, already it's 20 past 1. I mean, it's Mothering Sunday for me tomorrow, but my son isn't coming because I told him not to. I told him we'd do Mothering Sunday when the weather was better, yeah. Your mother's driving you potty. At least you've got one. My poor mum passed away many years ago. Right, thank you, Therese. Yeah, hopefully my son will remember Mother's Day in about another month or two, when everything's died down and calmed down, and we can all go out to the pub again. So until then. Yeah, well, she probably is. You're probably right there. We mums do tend to worry. I worry about my son, and he's 51 and old and daft enough to look after himself. But he's still my baby. But when he does something stupid, I think that's a bit of a dumb thing to do. You know, I have to bite my tongue because I think, well, he's old enough. He's a grown person. He's old enough to live his own life, and it's not up to me to tell him that's a stupid idea. You know, I might think it, but I certainly don't tell him. His dad on the opposite, he's always saying, what do you think of him doing this, that, and the other, and what that? I said, look, I don't interfere. I said, he's grown up now. He makes his own mistakes. I don't want to fall out with him because I think it's a daft idea what he's talking about. But my ex-husband will go, that's a stupid idea. That's this, that's that. What are you doing that for? That's really daft. But no. I think make your own mistakes, sunshine. Make your own mistakes. My mother didn't interfere with me, yeah. You're turning 40. Yeah, that was the last time I had a party, was when I was 40. I worry about my son, Jane, and he's 51, and I do worry about him. Although I try not to. I try to think he's old enough to live his own life. And I do tend to put things out on my mind and just problem anymore. You don't have to bail him out anymore. He's grown up. You know, it's not like when he's 18 and making stupid mistakes and you feel obliged to sort him out. He's not anymore. He's married. He's old enough, daft enough. I mean, my mum was always there for me in times of trouble, but she didn't interfere, if you know what I mean. Sometimes I wish she had have interfered, but she didn't. She was all very much, no, not interfering between man and wife. Oh, a mother doesn't stop worrying. Well, there's worrying and there's over worrying and being anxious. So comes a time when you have to cut the apron strings and just, it's hard, but you cannot keep interfering in their lives when they're grown up. I had a very interfering mother-in-law. She drove me potty. So I always said when I was a mother-in-law, I wouldn't do that, you know. And I don't interfere at all with my son's marriage. He'll come sometimes and say, oh, what do you think? She's done this, she's done that, she's done the other. And I just like, I won't say anything because I know they'll make it up the day after, and then, you know, then I'll be in the wrong, won't I? You could tell her what I said. And I'm thinking, no. I don't want to alienate her. Oh, driving me potty. That means they're driving you around the bend, they're driving you nuts, yeah. We say you're driving me potty. I don't know where we get it from, but that's just what we say. It's nothing to do with the loo or the potty or anything. But the lipstick keeps coming at the corner of my mouth. I don't know, it's just a saying. Maybe it's just a northern saying, I don't know. Nothing to do with potties, nothing to do with loos, nothing to do with anything. I don't know. Because if somebody was a bit crackers, we'd say, oh, he's pots for jug handles. Don't know where that comes from. Yeah. No, potty. P-O-T-T-Y, potty. Yeah. Yeah, you just say, oh, he's crackers him, he's pots for jug handles. And you're like, yeah. It's just something my mother used to say and her mother used to say, and I have no idea where it comes from. It's just one of these idiotic sayings that people say. You know, Lancashire people have got very weird sayings that come back from the past. Yeah. Yeah, Melly, it's time for me to go to bed. It's Mother's Day for me already, isn't it? 1:25 it's Mother's Day. Michael Benson's potty time. Oh, yeah, I do, actually, yeah. That was nothing to do with toilets either. That was potty, you know, crazy potty. Yeah, a lot of them must have made sense. Lancashire dialect, which is like the accent of Lancashire, has some very strange sayings. You know, some of them I'm thinking, oh, I haven't heard that for ages. You know, they have some. I can remember my grandparents saying these things. Sort of died out, yeah. But every now and again they'll crop up and somebody will say something. I mean, sometimes I say things and people who are not my generation, they're still in Lancashire, but they could be in the 20s or the 30s, and they're going, what did you say that for? What did you say? What do you mean? They don't even know what I mean. You know, it's just Lancashire. And Yorkshire is only just over the border, because a lot of people get the two of us mixed up, Lancashire and Yorkshire. And they've got a whole different set of sayings. You know, we can tell who comes from Yorkshire and who comes from Lancashire by the sayings that they say. It's not so much the accent, because the accent's quite similar. But no, we don't say arse over tea kettles, we say arse over elbow or arse over. Yeah. One of them is slightly ruder than the other one. Yeah, we say all sorts of weird stuff. Weird stuff. One day I'll remember some of it and write it down for his potty. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, and we've none of us have coughed on each other, so we've been all right. We've all been safe. Or a tea kettle. No, I've not heard that one. That's one of your sayings, that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether you have that out of the frying pan and into the fire. You got that saying, yeah. That means when you're making a mistake and you're jumping from one thing to the other. In other words, you're not going better, you're going worse, yeah. You've got that one, have you? Right, people. I'm going to bed in a moment. I need to take all my tablets. Yeah, oh, we say a few sandwiches short of a picnic. Yeah, we got that one, yeah. Yeah. Or a couple of bottles short of a crate, yeah. Yeah, see you all next week. I'm going to go now because I need to make a drink to go to bed with. So I'll speak to you all very, very soon. I'm expecting a magazine on Monday. So hopefully I should be making a video when that arrives, yeah. And I'm also expecting some wool from Lollies on Monday as well. So you'll be able to look at that. Only 3 colours, not gone mad. A cocktail. No, I'm not having a cocktail. It'll probably be a milky drink. Very boring. Very conventional. That's me. Right, I'm going to go. Bye, everybody. See you all next week. Bye now.